Today it's Mallard and the Flying Scotsman, both analogue locomotives and both probably the most famous locomotives in the world. Mallard as a Hornby kit normally came with Pullman cars, and the Flying Scotsman with LNER teak carriages. I was pulled by the Flying Scotsman in 1976. It was in apple green livery, but without smoke deflectors. Mallard, I've only ever seen it at the NRM. However, a good friend of mine was pulled by it up to Edinburgh, and it was in BR green, and he can remember as a small boy his parents taking him to see the locomotive. I can remember having a Flying Scotsman railway kit in about 76 with 3 teak carriages, a circle of track. I don't believe it had smoke deflectors, but one thing I do remember is it did not have the detail that this Flying Scotsman has. We're running Mallard on the tightest part of our track, and I don't know why, because we haven't got anything sitting in the middle. I'll video that in a minute to show you it can do the radius 2 curves. Mallard, I have put crew in and coal. The Flying Scotsman, we've got a couple of them, a black one which is rare, and the TTS one in BR green. However, I do have a friend who has every Hornby model Flying Scotsman they've ever produced. Every one, every model. Every model that Hornby have ever made, he has. That's dedication to the cause. Here comes the Flying Scotsman, and in a second you're going to see Mallard, and it's a skirted A4 as well, so you haven't quite got the wheel travel of the bogies. Go on my radius 2 onto my radius 2 curve point. Yes, it is moving around a little bit, but that is expected because it is a little bit tight. The viewing car attached to the last Pullman car, I'm using a Hunt magnetic coupling. Here comes Mallard up our version of the Licky incline, and you're going to see it going into the radius 2 curve, and here comes the Flying Scotsman. Now the viewing car attached to the next to last Pullman car along, I've used a Hunt coupling because for some reason with a normal NEM coupling it was coming off, it was derailing. Don't ask me why, I do not know. And before somebody says, do you believe in fairies? Yes, I do. Because it just does not make sense. It just doesn't. It's not logical. As I've said before, I've put people in the viewing car. Hell of a job to take it apart and put back together. Unless you're a confident modeller and have the right tools, I would not attempt it. Looking at the Flying Scotsman, it brings back happy memories of all us little lads who got the Flying Scotsman Hornby set with the 3 teak wagons or coaches, and the glee and pleasure they gave us all when we were all young boys. These teat carriages, these Bachmann teat carriages, have actually got electrical connections if you want to put lights in. Now, I imagine that could be a world of pain. My Mallard is the latest Hornby incarnation. I waited a long time for that a couple of years ago. Here we are, we're going to show you what we can do with analog with our track. I didn't do it yesterday because Susan was doing the dinner. You can't film and change track on your own. You're going to see the Flying Scotsman come through again. Mallard's going to stop at the signal. And you're going to see the Flying Scotsman come through at the same speed it's going round the track. And Mallard's going to be round right up, and you're going to see it's going to slowly start to move like in real life when it's got a heavy load, and away we go. And that's not a fault with the locomotive, because where it stops it's got 6 Pullman, heavy Pullman cars stuck on tight bend. So that's not a fault with the loco. And to be honest, the Hornby A4s are not that good at pulling heavy loads. I could put more weight in it, it's not difficult. Like I did Princess Alexandra to pull the Caledonian coaches. But I'm more than happy with it, and you can see it's running around at a nice slow speed without slipping. So I don't really want to take it apart unless I have to. I do believe Hornby do a railroad Mallard which has got TTS sound, which is quite good value, or they did. We've just seen the Pullman cars going through, and it's going to go on the wall loop. Give you a nice view of Mallard. And you can see it's pulling around absolutely fine, they're tight bends as it goes around the wall loop. You've got the Flying Scotsman in the background. You don't have to kill it with speed to make it run. Here's a reverse view of Mallard and the Flying Scotsman. And I'll be straight with you, I haven't got many LNER teak coaches because of the cost of them. I'm not paying 75 quid for a coach that doesn't have lights in it. That will not happen. I won't pay 75, actually I won't pay 75 quid for a coach with lights. So I'm certainly not going to pay 75 quid for one without. I don't know why these Bachmann LNER teak coaches are so expensive. People that are selling them are living in bumblebee land. Here's a nice view of the Flying Scotsman coming through. And you've got Mallard coming through as well. If you want to dim the lights a bit, just dim them to the lowest up here. Just dim them to the lowest, that's it. And you'll see the effect of the lights on the station. The only thing with lights on a model railway, unless you've got a really high-end video camera, you get a lot of noise when you're shooting really low light. But this, as you can see, is working okay. Can I put the lights up again, please? And you can probably see the difference if you're watching this on a on the YouTube app on a 65-inch TV. You'll be able to see the difference. This, I think, is quite a nice view. The locos going around. Here's a panoramic view of Mallard going around the wall loop. I do believe TMC have got Kingfisher with 3 Hornby Pullman cars with lights for sale. I'm not sure, but they did have, which is in Garter Blue. And here comes the Flying Scotsman with the teak carriages. The grey roofed coach is a sleeping van. I'm going to turn the lights off so you can see the effect of lights on the Pullman cars with lights. And you should be able to see the lights in the houses as well, in the stables, the dimmer lights in the church. And you can see it's a nice scene. Thank you for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed seeing these locomotives go around our model railway. As I said, I've chosen these because they do remind me of Christmas, childhood memories of opening a Hornby train set with the Flying Scotsman in it. We all remember them if we were lucky enough to get those toys. Again, thank you for watching. It's Boxing Day, the 26th of December 2021, and all of you enjoy the rest of Christmas. Thank you.